Welcome, new blood. Now we must continue further. I can't do him.
No, that was pretty good.
He's on the radio as well, actually. It's quite amusing.
Is he? Is he
he
the
phones in on the Deb of
newscaster?
Night.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like a guest caller. He's like, oh, Deb.
Admittedly, the Deb of Night stuff is fairly easy, straightforward to show off, I think. Because you can just show the sound files. I'm just making sure I'm all loaded up.
I don't know how much is going to be in the extra. I don't know what we're going to do for it. Maybe a couple of extra runs, maybe a Malk run and an Os run.
Yeah, 'cause it's like we could do the runs or we could just show some files, you know. I can hear someone. Oh. I can hear you. Can I shoot you?
You can, but I would honestly just use your sledgehammer.
Okay.
Super effective.
So we gained an item clipboard. Clipboard.
Yes.
This looks like the clipboard of an employee of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, spring 2004. Monday the 24th, initial investigation into the reports of the strange sightings in the LA sewers started today. Entered quadrant 13 and will move into both 14 and 15 later on in the afternoon. Quadrant 13 seems normal.
Tuesday the 25th, quadrant 13 checked out, but heard unidentified noises at various points in both quadrants 14 and 15. Called into dispatch to confirm that no other inspectors were working in the area. There were none. Coordinates noted investigation into 16 tomorrow.
Wednesday the 26th, strange noises, undoubtedly some sort of animal, heard again in quadrant 16. I saw what may have been the animal at the intersection of corridors 63A and 64B, but could find nothing upon further investigation. There were strange prints in the mud on the edge of the corridor, almost hand-like, although it was difficult to make them out in the darkness.
Thursday the 27th, more prints found in corridor 73D. They disappeared into what looked like an entrance into an older part of the sewers. Called dispatch to see if they had blueprints of the old sewer section, but they didn't. Requested advice on how to proceed, and dispatch told me to continue with caution tomorrow.
Wonderful. Friday the 28th at 8 a.m. Began investigation of the older part of the sewers this morning. Saw again what I believe to be an animal, although I don't know exactly how to classify it. The skin seems bare, almost reptilian. I can hear it constantly, almost as if it is following me, although the echoes down here make it impossible to gauge distance.
Friday the 28th, 9:15 a.m. Can't seem to raise dispatch on the radio, so unable to check in. There is a smell that has become more and more pronounced as I travel further into the old sewers. Undoubtedly the carcass of an animal washed down here in the last big rain. Investigation continue.
And then at 31 minutes past 11, found the source of the smell, and it looks to be human remains. Immediately called dispatch, but was unable to reach them. The body seems to be that of a transient, but there are tears, massive tears in the flesh, that indicate an animal may have recently fed upon the corpse. I have noted the coordinates of the body and am returning immediately to report my findings.
Same day, 1:22 p.m. I have become temporarily lost in the old tunnels, and repeated attempts to reach dispatch have ended in failure. The animal sounds I heard before have begun to approach again, and I fear that I may be being hunted. As a precaution, I have unholstered my weapon.
Because all sanitation staff have guns, of course.
Oh, is he talking about something else then?
No, I'm saying I find it odd he has a gun.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness for that, though.
5:30 p.m. Undoubtedly lost. I may have travelled deeper into the old sewers. Something is following me. I know it. Can't reach dispatch. Batteries running out in my flashlight.
And here he's written... Here he's written with a pen, whilst running, presumably, in the dark. God help me! Saw creature! Must write in capitals. Some sort of monstrosity. Teeth and blood. Can't get out. No more light. Can't reach anyone. Please. Oh God, what is that? So he didn't run.
He looked
just
at it
wrote,
and went,
please God, what is that?
What is that? The writing trails off. Splattered with what? Spattered. That's an odd word to use there. With what looks to be blood.
It's so dumb, and it has that trope more than once, because there's the diary in the hotel as well. And it's like, no, people don't write this stuff.
They don't.
The only one that was realistic was the one in Lord of the Rings where it says, like, they are coming, they are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go into the little
little
tunnels.
I'm quite happy to take the direct route, is the thing.
And I quite like the little, it's like the little sort of side stories that are told in those. They're quite nice occasionally.
Yeah.
That one went on a bit, but
They gave it its flavour text.
generally speaking, it's interesting. You could eat a rat.
So do I get blood for eating them, and then it will also put blood in the thingy-mabobby?
Oh, good point. You probably don't need to eat the rats.
Well, I filled up on the thingy-mabobby already a bit, but I'll have a look. I've got one. No, that's for killing that one that I just killed there. I just wanted a little bit more extra blood, just to feel a bit more comfortable.
Lab. Oh, this section, by the way, is kind of infamous because it's like, it feels very much that they ran out of extra ways around and there's just a big, long dungeon where you have to kill everything.
That is what it feels like, to be fair. I'll try and get through it with some speed. Wondering why it's doing the fighty music. Got some rooms
Section
here.
of doors here.
I can lockpick this one.
Can we? Yes. Actually, that was a fairly, not particularly difficult door.
Oh, we got some
Anaconda rounds.
various rounds, crossbow bolts, 9mm, and then ammo full for the shotgun.
Tube feed.
Can I load my shotgun? Ammo full for the shotgun. Ha! More reading and a way up. Ledger. Item gained a ledger. Let's have a look at this. Ledger.
Oh
this
god, it
looks
is a long one.
to be the weekly log of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power in 1972. So this is quite a while ago. Because I think we're in the 90s.
In the game?
Yeah.
Early 2000s, I think.
Oh, is it early 2000s? Okay. So the 3rd of the 3rd, 72. Reports concerning the recent hauntings in the sewer system have prompted the mayor to request a weekly log of all operations in the lower sewer sections 453 to 500. Log begins today. Nothing to note, although I will say that I find the stories to be unsubstantiated and ridiculous.
So it's the 10th of March, right?
Yes?
Yeah, so March. Both investigative teams this week report nothing of note, although one individual, who may be apt to nip at the flask more often than not, noted that he heard what he could only describe as whispers in one of his sweeps along section 476. Undoubtedly, these were the product of an overactive and thoroughly sourced, surely, imagination.
Maybe. The 17th, nothing to report, operations normal.
24th. Things have been hectic with the recent rash of sightings in sections 498 and 499. Although mostly described as shadowy figures, the reports come from men whose word I trust. Discounting the usual stories about underground societies of displaced vagrants and rabid blind pets, I am at a loss to explain these observations. I will join the teams tomorrow to see for myself what is going on down there.
At the 1st of April, I have travelled with a team down into the sections in question, and I must admit that I saw and heard things that I could not explain. More than once I heard the same whispers as described before, and I chased what I thought to be a figure down a corridor, only to turn the corner and find myself facing a brick wall, what looked to be an older section of the sewers that had been sealed up. There was no one in sight, although I could have sworn I heard laughter echoing in the darkness around me. I will be forced to report my findings to the mayor himself on Friday.
8th of April, 1972. The mayor has sworn us all to silence concerning these new sightings, but has promised us an answer concerning a course of action within the week. Inquiries about the previous LADWP? What would that be? Was that the water
Los
people?
Angeles Department of Water and Power.
Right. Records and reports have met with strange resistance. It seems they have been sealed for official reasons. Something is amiss down here.
And then on the 15th, we received word from the mayor today that sections 475 to 500 will be sealed off permanently, and that no further inquiry into the matter will be tolerated. I have a few connections at the front office, and it seems like that something like this has happened before. It's something that the city council doesn't want to become public. My contact said he couldn't say any more, and that if I said anything to anyone, he would deny any knowledge whatsoever.
22nd of April. The sewer sections close tomorrow, when the city engineers have bricked up the corridors that lead to them. This office falls within section 482, so it will be closed as well. As no one has requested the ledgers, all materials and records concerning this will be left down here to rot with the ghosts. Sorry about that, but as no official eyes will ever see this, I figured I could wax dramatic on this last day. Log closed.
Yeah, that makes more sense that it's a complete log, because it's like, he didn't get murdered.
It's eating me. Maybe I should stop writing with this pen and pull the creature off my leg. So
we can actually just leave the world up there, but I assume we're going this way.
Really? Where does...
It had a transport out of this area.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's... But yeah, you can finish exploring here. That could just be the next area.
You mind with your saucy powers of speed.
Actually, I've changed my mind. You should totally go back.
Okay.
Go through there and see where it leads. You can hit quick save if you want, just in case.
I probably will when I'm like, yeah.
I think there might be a handy halfway point.
It always takes a second to quick save. Right, let's see what's behind door number 1.
Intriguing. Yes, I thought it might be a sort of a halfway point, so I suspect that door would have been locked. But because we've opened it from the other side, and we can't do anything with that one. That'll be the next exit. So that we can always loop back to the city sewers, because to your right is the city sewers, yeah.
So which bit of the town are we in? I don't recognise this sewer right offhand.
There's a map to your right. Useful. I thought it would be a clickable one. Are any of them clickable? Don't get lost, by the way.
No, I know where I'm going. We're in Hollywood, yeah. So we're here. Okay, let's just go back then. And yes, I assume it's if we need to resupply or...
Well, yeah, because people might have ran out of blood by this point, because after that big long battle with Sergei, and then, or whatever he's called, he's probably not a meerkat. After that long battle, if people weren't expecting that, that could have really damaged them.
Yeah, and you had to wail on him for quite a while, actually.
Well, like I say, a lot of people might have been spending lots of points on upgrading, like, firearms. And it's like, Firearms far less useful against people like that.
Some mysterious singing. You stop running away.
I thought there was one behind you for a second there. I'm assuming you did as well, and that's why.
Yeah, I thought I heard one behind me. Beautiful. Typical.
That'll be one of the side pipes.
Well, the other side looks open. I was going to have a look. So there hasn't actually been any pipes once I got past this section. There's one here, I guess. Yes, admittedly, in sections like these, I can see why we have a faster run speed. So I'll top myself up a little more. Huh, I see what you mean. Okay. Can I not destroy this?
It is not the way. No.
Oh, this is a maze, a secret maze.
No.
Not this way?
Yeah. I was just singing.
Oh.
Ah, you've put in your specs.
Though this also looks like it's blocked. I thought there might be a side path. Should I turn back?
Go all the way along just in case. Maybe you're supposed to just see from here. But yes, that does look awfully blocked. Oh. That's probably where you're supposed to get to, though.
Yeah.
Wicked dark down here.
You'd think I'd be able to see in the dark a bit anyway, without powers. Unless maybe that's what this is already.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely it is powers that gives you the ability to see in the dark. But yes, I get what you're saying, because vampires are supposed to be nocturnal, so you think they would have senses which were more tuned. And I suppose they do, but vision... And I mean, how would you even portray that in a video game, you know?
This is literally that
Wait,
one.
that was a T, wasn't it? No, it's not a T-junction. Sorry, I thought it was a T-junction.
It's alright. This is such a time-wasting mechanic.
It is. This is my least favourite part of the game. Because it's just this section drags. And gets quite tough at times. Because it's also completely set up for combat-oriented characters, where really, I suspect, were the game in more of a finished state, that there would have been to talk your way through the sewers somehow.
Maybe bring a friend.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I haven't looked at my character sheet in a while, I guess.
26 experience points.
Let's put our bashing up, since I suppose we are bashing.
Soaking some of that bashing, yo.
Would you should I do anything else, I guess?
If you could boost one of your disciplines, that would be good, but they're probably quite pricey.
What do you think I should go for? They're all 10, so...
I would probably go for presence or celerity.
So with the next level of that, we can mesmerize them, they'll get less strength, wits and perception, and attack less.
Oh, that's not great.
And the character moves quicker.
Yeah. It's basically a more powerful version of the previous level.
Sure, we'll go for that one.
Because all the rest are great, but that's serious sort of
it's nice
magical
to
powers.
Be able to start leveling the character up. Here we are.
That's sightsee.
Oh.
Well, you're going to have to get closer to it anyway.
Energy release valve. Hollywood.
Emergency release valve.
Sorry, yeah, I read energy. That's nowhere near it. Like
Hollywood
right
Eater
number.
Management.
Water management.
Eater Management. Okay, it says water management. I prefer mine.
And there's nothing on this.
Don't you feel like managing water?
I guess. We've got an underwater section. Luckily, we don't drown.
Is that air? Is that like outside? Or is that a textured?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, actually, but I suspect the idea is to stay underwater.
That looks safe.
Aiming for
there's
this
a ladder there.
here, yeah. Okay. I see you.
Shaking that ass.
Those just look like black holes.
Blago.
He over there is in one that I can clearly get through.
We can go through either, I think.
Ah.
Holy vampires.
Simmons, I'm pretty sure I remember what to do here. Don't we chuck these in? And then where do I swim to? I always forget.
Just
through there or through there?
Up the ladder and through the hole.
Oh.
It's just to stop the water, because if you don't, it just pulls you into it really quickly. Or do you go into the overhead? Maybe you go into the overhead pipe then. Maybe I'm forgetting what you do.
Surely that will damage me if I stand on it.
I'll save it just in case.
Yeah, I thought I was supposed to go up there.
Okay.
But I don't seem to be able to swim forward. Can I go down, please? Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything there. What about under here?
I have a feeling that this is probably going to be the deadly one, because it doesn't look like there's anything behind it.
Okay. Oh. I appear to be stuck.
Well, this is going well. You need to press Z if you want to go into first person, which I think is what you're trying to do.
I can't move any further forward. That's what I feel like I'm stuck.
That's okay, just load.
What do you think I should do?
That's still running. And yes, I think you should try and climb it. Not when it's on.
I feel like I did that via a
textbook.
awkward amount of jiggery pokery, but whatever.
Textbook.
You can just get out of the hole so I can kill you.
Yeah, we've all been there. Yes, you see how the higher celerity level is more exaggerated. You move quicker, they move slower.
Yeah. I assume that's the way we're going.
Yeah.
I don't see any harm in killing some more dudes.
Although it is one of those funny things where it's the system of experience is not how many monsters you kill.
No, it's not.
Really have any effect on that.
It's sort of the true, like, you don't actually have to fight people system.
Although really, you do.
Yeah. They didn't
it would
manage.
be better if you didn't.
Yeah, they didn't manage to carry it all the way through.
It's an interesting enough location. I think where you go. Do you go into the pools?
I think I do, yeah. One of them is less full than the other.
That's a little bit predictable in terms of there's one in every hole.
It is a bit. One with less water or more water?
Less.
Oh, that
one
one's...
has a barrel in it.
That one is stuck. Maybe that's why it's full of water.
Ooh. That one a bit strange.
Did, yes.
It doesn't handle the first person, third person view change very well.
No, it doesn't always. Ah. We were in one of them. There's a valve there. Can you open any of these? Oh.
Ah.
I can hear odd noises. Aha.
Standard electricity puzzle.
Ah!
Oh.
I don't know if that's what I wanted to do, but...
Okay, we took a little damage there. And a little more. You know, you could probably just climb that ladder
Yeah, I guess.
from the other side.
Ugh, I hate ladders like that. That went a little hard.
Surely something... Ah, there we go. Oh, that was pump control. Oh, computer. EKG, electronic control.
Yeah, so we got pump 118A, password,
is, of course, septic.
Interesting. Pumps on, pumps off. Res status. 1 and 2 are clear. Pumps off. Pumps already deactivated.
So that means you're probably going to need to turn them on. Fuck.
Too low at difficulty 7.
You could upgrade your hacking. Still quit.
Apologies.
You always type exit though.
Hacking. Computer and wits.
Ah.
Have neither enough for either. Does blood buff work?
I don't think so. I think blood buff boosts, stamina, dexterity, strength. I know it's a 4-letter word. What? Vault? But it's probably not bad. However, to be fair, I think the electrical bit is only like this little section. Or is this giving us another way of doing it?
Okay, let's see what's in here.
Yes, it is. There you go, we've turned off the electric. It stopped sparking. So you see what I mean about how there's always, more than one way?
Yeah.
Even in the sewer section, which I think is done, there's still that to an extent.
So am I just going down here?
I think so, yeah. I want to hit save actually, because if I remember, I think something turns on here. And you have to swim away from it. If you're too slow, it doesn't work. Just to save you from having to reload and have to redo that bit. I might be wrong.
So this is reservoir 1.
Ah, yes, I think that's it.
Have we got to turn it on with a delay?
You have to turn it on, then quickly come down here.
Here's our good old reservoir 2. Oh, let's pop back up.
Actually, this is a good place to leave it before we switch that and attempt.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll go swimmingly.